Hello everybody and welcome to AFR's 2010 series round 8 at Germany. I'm Bandcamp and joining me tonight is Psycho.
Good evening everyone.
So looks like it's going to be a dry start to qualifying. So
It is overcast.
It is. Well, sorry, there is no qualifying. So used to there being qualifying at the start. It's reverse championship order for the first race, and then reverse race order. So yeah, be very interesting to see. Wonder if we'll get rain at any point.
That would make it very interesting if we did get rain. Formation lap has begun.
Yep. And disinformation starting on pole.
I had to just remind myself then if there was a formation lap or not.
Yes, there's definitely a formation lap. I find the formation lap to be pretty important. You know, get a feel for the car, the track conditions, the fuel load, and especially, you know, in our tiered series, if it's dry qualifying in a wet race or the other way around, you really want to make the most of it and see where the grip is, and hopefully you can get through the first lap.
So far everyone's managing to do that. I don't see anybody waiting at the starting line.
Yeah, I did see someone get off to a bit of a slow start, but they've caught up to the back of the pack. The first few cars are kind of spread out. I think Wahid's had a bit of a moment. He's getting used to a new wheel, I believe. So good luck to him tonight. I know what it's like, you know, trying to change to a new wheel with the buttons being in completely different places and trying to get used to it.
That would take a while to get used to.
Yeah, so we'll keep an eye on him tonight. Hopefully he does well. Also, just quickly mention before we get underway, we've recently been accepted into the Fanatec affiliate program. So, yeah, hopefully we can move forward from there and we'll start to get some stuff happening. So
That's super exciting.
Sorry?
That's super exciting.
Yeah. So as we get 5 red lights, we wait for the lag. Lights have gone out and the cars are racing. So we're underway here. We see a Red Bull getting very out of shape. Everyone keeping it relatively clean, and we see Wahid has gone around turn 1.
Oh, 3 Red Bulls took a hit.
Who do we have?
Big Al and Wahid. Big Al coming off way worse than Wahid there. Safety car is out.
Yep, and Smitty 5-second penalty for collision with major pain. So you can see the field is very bunched up already. Like, so close.
Wahid's got... Nah, Smitty, Big Al's got no front wing left at all. Lotus, I think, didn't end up too badly, so we should only have 2 cars in the pits.
So Smitty had a penalty. Does he have any damage? It doesn't look like it. I don't see any damage. As we know, the penalty system when the safety car is deployed is over the top, maybe.
Slightest bump will get you the road mark.
And looking at the new 2020 game, looking forward to the new ERS system. Going to require a lot less managing, making it a lot more realistic.
Hey Josh Strip, thanks for joining us. Yeah, I'm very excited for that too. I struggle changing ERS frequently.
Yeah, it's definitely hard to manage. Well, I find personally.
No, it absolutely is. I'm very interested to see how the overtake button works.
We can see Revo is already up 7 places. We went through one corner.
That man wastes no time. Yeah, Jastrip, I can definitely see that. There's less things to think about.
Am I reading this right? Wahid is on wet tyres?
What? That's what my screen says as well, but if you ride on board with him, it doesn't look like... They don't look like wets. Oh, he's struggling. Maybe they are wets. He's really struggling.
I mean, to me, they look like slicks, but he's clearly struggling.
Yeah, they look like slicks, but as you say, he's slow. Really slow.
So we'll stay on board with him because the safety car is still out. So we'll see. I reckon he's going to peel off into the pits and put on a set of dry tyres.
He's not having a good evening, is he? Oh,
He
poor
is
guy.
not. No, he's continuing.
What?
So maybe Jeff's saying there's going to be rain.
I don't know. Is that possible? Did you get a weather report?
I will have a quick look.
Do we have a lazy weatherman tonight?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have a weather update for you.
Not a big surprise for everyone.
Well,
then.
with the overcast conditions, you know, it's possible, but it's very early. I mean,
Oh, it would have to start raining within the next lap or two to make it worth it, because those tyres are going to start melting.
well, he is on the back of the train, so I'm not sure.
It's interesting watching this because him on wets. He's not actually catching the cue. Oh, yes, he is now. Took him a while.
Every corner they pull away from him. Yeah, I think it's too early there. So I think the safety car might be coming in this lap.
Hey, Dorian, thanks for joining us. We'll hopefully have an interesting race very shortly.
And the safety car is coming in, so disinformation starting this restart. Already under pressure. 3 wide into turn 1. This is not going to end well. And they're all wide of the corner. Disinformation down into 4th. Down into turn 2. We see some McLarens fighting at the back there. Keeping it clean, we have a Ferrari off, and that's disinformation.
Information's off.
And Wahid is already 10 seconds back as we're watching Revo at the moment into 8th place. He's gone for a very late dive, but doesn't get the move done. Keeps his wing clean. Major tucks into his draft. Oh, very, very close between these cars at the moment. And the Red Bull's just behind battling.
Someone out very wide there. Lotus picks up a 3 second time.
Smitty going up the inside of Hobbsy. And Seb disconnects. So there's the first proper lap time, the 1:16. And Wahid is a long, long way back already.
Rebo looking to make a move on Nut.
The inside line. I think I see little drops of rain.
Textbook overtake by Revo into
Yep.
7th place.
And he sets his sights on Hobbsy, and there's definitely some rain starting to fall now. It looks very light.
Oh, it's actually coming down pretty quick now.
Yeah, we're watching the helicopter cam at the moment, and we're even starting to see it in that. So, but Wahid has fallen so far back that he's not going to benefit at all.
He's nearly a pit stop behind.
Yeah,
Actually, if you count in back to Seb, he's more than a pit stop behind.
Revo and Hobbsy side by side into turn 2. And Revo getting that job done, but Hobbsy is in the perfect place for a slipstream. And no dice.
They've got to be very careful now with the rain coming down. The track conditions are going to change rapidly.
There's a battle of the Red Bulls at the back here. Seb looking to make a move on Lotus. Action throughout the whole grid as Smitty gets past Geordie as well.
Oh, Geordie's lagging. He lag switched himself into the lead. Oh, he lost it! Did he recover? How did he catch that? That was amazing. Smitty makes a move on Geordie, coming down the back straight.
Revo goes again on Hobbsy into the same corner.
Just can't make the move stick, can he?
You're starting to see the drivers starting to struggle getting the traction down coming out of some of these corners.
Yeah, a few guys running wide. I'd say they'd be looking at pitting soon.
Meanwhile, Wahid is not far off getting lapped.
Oh, poor guy. I'd love to know what the wear on his tyres are after doing 5 laps in the dry.
Well, they'll be starting to feel better, but yeah. The gamble hasn't paid off. We've seen that a lot lately with these changing conditions in some of these races where the safety cars coming out right at that, cusp of changing weather. And sometimes it pays off and sometimes it doesn't.
Very true. Potsy and Nut going side by side into the hairpin. Potsy winning out.
Oh, as we see a Red Bull off onto the grass. That's Big Al, and he's damaged his wing there.
Ugh.
So I would say he's going to be the first one to maybe take the gamble onto the wet tyre. Maybe.
That Rolex sign stood no chance. Matt Sword going side by side with Seb. Is that a Seb or is it a Seb bot? No, it's Seb.
I think that's Seb. Hello, Viper. Viper's Azalt. I think that's how you say it. And Thank you from all the way from Germany. Watching your home race, hey? Do you think they should bring back Nürburgring? I know that's one of my favourite tracks, and I'd definitely love to see that track come back, make a return.
That would be pretty cool. We got 3 McLarens in the midfield there, battling really hard.
Oops, wrong direction, yeah. That is, I believe, Hobbsy, Smitty, and Potsy?
Yeah. Metzoid's front wing is surprisingly attached tonight. I've been waiting for it, but he's behaving himself.
Smitty, he's spun it. I think someone's collected him as well. Yes, there's 3 cars off on the second last corner.
As I say that, Metzoid loses his front wing.
Commentator's curse again. Oh, there's a big mix-up. Safety car is out. The rain is coming down. We have cars spinning out. There's carbon fiber all over that second last corner. So I would assume these guys are going to be putting on wets. So Matsoy didn't pit before?
He's in there. His pit box is later on, I think.
So I would say Wahid is extremely lucky at the moment because he is, 20 meters away from being lapped?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, that's probably a bit further. That's a couple hundred meters.
Just want to point out that Hobbsy changed his front wing after that accident, but he's still on dries.
Really?
Yep.
Well, let's bring up this tyre screen. But majority of the drivers have gone on to wets. So Seb's on the wets, Geordie, Matzoid, Smitty, Major, Ali, Big Al, Disinformation, Lotus, and of course Wahid, as he's coming into the pits.
I imagine all of our front runners would be changing over to wets very shortly as well, while we got a chance in the safety car.
And the race leader, yes, he's coming in. So this is going to save Wahid because he will be allowed to overtake the safety car, possibly.
Oh! Sorry.
Kunai speeding in the pit lane, 5-second penalty.
I just had to clip that. Revo just overtook 2 people in the pit lane and managed to get across the line without speeding. That was absolutely amazing. That was so good. Pit lane entry, Revo just shoots past 2 guys and dives straight in. Yep, Hobbsy back into the pits, he's swapping onto the wets. Besides, he's not going to stick it out on the dry tyre. Wahid with fresh wet boots, looking a lot more comfortable out there.
And if you look at the track map, you can see the safety car starting to collect all the cars, and that one white dot not too far in front of it, that is Wahid. And the safety car is coming in at the end of this lap. You've got to be kidding me. As Wahid gets a 10-second penalty for exceeding track limits. Oh no. Oh, he's not having a good night.
I think Kunai made a horrible mistake. He's on
the dries.
Yep, he did pit and he's still on dry tyres.
And Seb disconnects. And another penalty for Wahid. That's 20 seconds in 3 corners.
If he gets one more, that'll be a hat-trick and a disqualification.
And Apollo puts the foot down. And we are back racing. Oh, as he almost loses it coming out of that final corner. This opens the door for Kunai. Never doubt the guy that chosen the different strategy. That's what I've learned from commentating, because you know what? They seem to get it right. Except for Wahid before.
Kunai absolutely blitzing that restart.
Oh, masterstroke, Kunai. Well done.
Revo
1.5 seconds already. Yeah, we'll drop down to Revo, and he will be definitely aware of what Kunai is doing. He may even come... Oh, we're on lap 12 of 17.
If the rain doesn't get any worse, Kunai might have actually just absolutely smashed everyone strategy-wise.
Yeah. Oh, and we have a yellow flag in sector 2.
It doesn't look like anyone's off.
I think it was Major Payne who's just recovering now.
Revo making up quite a bit of time on Apollo. See Viper in chat, Ferrari should hire Kunai. Oh, Potsy and Nuck going side by side. Potsy going very wide, nearly losing it. Caught that slide beautifully.
Oh, there's a slow Ferrari in the way. Oh, 3 wide into the hairpin. No, the Ferrari slows up. They get through that pretty cleanly for the moment.
Well done by all of them. Very good racing. The helicopter cam is so good on this track. Potsy going mega wide.
Oh, we have a Ferrari in the wall. And that's Apollo. And he has lost all of his front wing.
He hit that wall so hard, I don't know how he didn't just absolutely destroy the car. Oh, you can see that lack of downforce is killing him.
Sebastian asking how we made our profile pic a GIF. I don't believe it is.
I don't know either, but you can do it pretty easily in Photoshop. You can actually save as GIF. Couple of guys in the
Revo's
pits.
starting to close the gap to Kunai now, but it's not really quickly. Because the gap was about 4+ seconds, but...
Yeah, it was... Revo trying his hardest, but I don't think he's going to catch Kunai.
As Geordie goes very, very wide.
Oh.
Matsoid on the heels of Nut. We have a yellow flag in sector 3 for some reason.
Matsoid performing very well tonight. Only lost one front wing so far.
Geordie. Yeah, 3-second time penalty. Revo. Half a second behind.
Kunai must have had a slip. I'd say Kunai slipped. It's the only way I can catch up that quickly.
I think he's struggling. I think it's kind of in the wet weather tyre favour at the moment. Or maybe Revo is the difference there. But I think the others are starting to catch as well. They are. So it's obviously gone past that tipping point now So can Kunai keep it on the track, and can he salvage second or even a podium out of this?
It'd be great if he could. He definitely made the right call. I mean, if he did pit, he'd be way further down in the order than what he is now.
You can see the gap, 1.3 seconds. Kunai is definitely on the back foot now. You can see, that closing speed through these sections.
Potsy smells the podium.
Well, he's already on the podium at the moment.
Ah. Very true.
Side by side, Kunai is going to have to yield. Can he hold off Nut? Come on, Kunai. Oh, he's gone wide, and Nut makes the move.
Oh,
And gets that third place.
damn it.
Pepsi retires. I think he's in the wall.
It looks like it. No one's near him, I can't tell.
I think the lead... Oh, no. Someone in the back. No, his car's gone now anyway.
What are the penalties? Someone's on 20 seconds of penalties.
Well, Wahid's got at least 20.
Yeah, Wahid's 20.
So, Matsoy 2.6 seconds away. 2.3.
Come on, Kunai, hold
and
it.
right behind Matsoy is combined.
Kunai strategy failing him in the last few laps.
3-second time penalty for Lotus. And we start the last lap, and there is 3 cars right behind Kunai. And I think we've had a lapped car. No, Potsy. Potsy's had a spin.
Oh, no damage though.
As Matsoy goes up the inside of Kunai. Now Combine's having a look. Forced to go around the outside, but Kunai struggling for grip as it is. Forces Combined onto the grass as well.
No.
This allows Ali to get past both of them. Big Al gets a 3-second time penalty.
Geordie coming up the inside of Kunai now. He'll take that position easily.
We'll just jump back up with Combined. He's right behind Ali. Unfortunately went on the outside of a driver on dry tyres on a wet track, and he was only ever going to have understeer.
Combined really struggling to keep that back end in check. Seb rejoins.
Lotus with another 3-second time penalty. So Matsoy across the line in 4th, followed by Ali, then Combined, and then we've got Geordie crashing across the line in style. Kunai, oh, so close, but so far in 8th. Followed by Smitty in 9th, and Kunai had a 5-second penalty that was not served, but gets away with it. Just. Then Hobbsy across the line in 10th, taking that final point. Then we have Big Al, Major, Seb, disconnect central there tonight. Wahid, lucky not to get lapped, but maybe he was lapped. A gamble that didn't pay off, unfortunately.
No. Stark opposite strategies there between Wahid and Kunai. Oh, if this race was 2 laps shorter, Kunai would have been home free.
And Lotus making his way around the final corner to take 14th place.
No, it is not equal car performance.
So don't go anywhere. We do have another race coming up right after this with reversed results. They are 25% races, so Revo holding up that trophy. Alain Prost.
The Feral Deal asking if he can join the league in chat.
Well, do you live in Australia or New Zealand? So just quickly, I'll run through the grid one more time. We've got Revo taking the win, followed by Nut. Well done to him in second place, followed by Potsy taking that final podium position. Matsoid in fourth, followed by Ali combined, Geordie, Kunai 0, unlucky there at the end. Smitty in ninth, and Hobbsy taking that final point. Just missing out was Big Al, followed by Major Payne, Wahid, Lotus, and Seb. And Disinformation with Apollo Pepsi getting a DNF. So I just need to go set the grid, so if you just bear with me, I won't be too long. Alrighty, we are back and ready to go for race 2. So it looks a bit brighter in the skies this time. Maybe we'll just get the rain right at the end, who knows.
That was an excellent wet race though, very exciting. It's good to see some different strategies.
Sorry, while I was setting up, I missed some of these comments. Well, we do have our Discord link in the channel. So if you want to click that, if you live in Australia or New Zealand, and they've got a few spots left, so if you're keen, and we are on PC only.
I did not realise that we had it in the channel. That makes it easier. So we start the formation lap.
Yes, we do indeed.
Wahid and Revo at the back. Wahid had a very slow start.
Yes, so Wahid requested to start at the back.
Okay.
Because, like we said before, he was just getting used to the new wheel, so he just kind of wanted to stay out of everybody's way and kind of just do his own thing. So, not a bad idea. It might work out for him.
And you never know, you might pull a Revo. Take it, we'll have 17 dry laps this time.
Yeah, well, it's definitely a lot brighter out there.
Combine's got a fan in the chat.
Alright, so starting to line up on the grid now. There's a lonesome Red Bull of Wahid comes around that final corner and into his grid slot. So, 5 red lights. They go out. We wait for the cars to take off. And we are racing. Oh, we see a couple of Red Bulls getting very wide there at the start. One onto the grass. I don't see any carnage into turn 1.
I think everyone made it through cleanly.
Oh, we have a Ferrari
no.
that's been turned.
Geordie
We saw that right on the edge of the camera there. And Major Payne cutting a corner and gaining 1 place. Oh, look at this. It's the hairpin. Cars are everywhere.
It looks like everyone managed to maintain their footing.
Side by side, they come down. Everyone jockeying for position.
Combine pushing very hard. A lot of position changes on this first lap.
It's all very close. Well, we do have the reverse result, so the faster guys around this particular track are at the back. And they're having to make their way through.
Revo making up 4 positions on the first lap.
Meanwhile, Apollo out front by 2.5 seconds.
Revo and Disinformation battling very hard around the hairpin as Revo secures the position. Potsy making a move on Ali.
Disinformation losing a couple of places there. Oh, Big Al getting very close to the back of Ali there. So with classic cars, the only compounds are dry and wet. There are no softs or mediums, hards. And back in 2010, they only had the option or the prime, as they were called. And they were Bridgestones. So they had the little, it was like aqua colour ring around the side of the tyre wall, I think, from memory.
I don't think they went into that much detail in the game, though.
No, they're just a generic tyre because they don't. Well, they wouldn't have the licensing from Bridgestone, so.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Oh, it's Big Al slams into the back of Ali, but gets away with it.
Didn't even damage his wing.
Oh, this is a very intense battle at the moment in this midfield.
Big train. Oh, that Red Bull.
Oh, Hobbsy. Unfortunately, in the wrong position there, forced to the outside of the hairpin. Well, whatever that corner's called. And Apollo Pepsi gets a 3-second time penalty, mitigating most of his lead, while Potsy sets the fastest lap of the race. And combined YouTube with the 3-second time penalty. And Wahid with a 3-second time penalty.
In preparation for this race, I did look up the corner names for this track. Very quickly realised I couldn't pronounce any of them, so I gave up.
I'm not sure, Mons, if you think that I'm kunai by that comment. I'm not sure. But I'm not kunai.
Kunai's the one that yells and screams.
I mean, I yell and scream sometimes, but just not quite in the same vigour, I would say.
You've got a low, medium, and a high. Kunai only has high.
Yeah. It's alright, Mons. I'll forgive you.
Speaking of Kunai, he's getting close to the back of Nut.
He is indeed. Did Apollo sandbag? I don't think so. I mean, he crashed out in a place where he lost his wing, so I think he just crashed out. Kunai up 9 places, catching Ali.
Kunai Nut's still battling hard coming into the hairpin. Nut going very wide. Gives Kunai the inside line and he'll take the position.
Revo pushing very hard at the moment to try and get past Ali.
Combine getting close to the back of Big Al.
We're still on board with Revo at the moment as he's 2/10 behind Ali. He's in the McLaren, so he's got the top end speed, but they all max out at 306. And he goes for the dive, and he pulls it up. He had a bit of a lock-up, but it wasn't too bad, and gets that move done. Now he sets his sights on Matzoid. Will drop back down to Combined, who is very close to the back of Big Al, like you were saying.
Gets a much better run out of that corner. Combined's pushing very hard. Has a look, but thinks better of it.
Yes, it's very key to pick your moment. You don't want to throw away any points or throw away any carbon fibre that's attached to the front wing as a Combined gets 2 wheels on the gravel, and that spins him around, and he is going to have to wait for those cars to come past as he does. And he rejoins the track very safely. Good job there. And he's just in front of Wahid. So his caution, well, it did pay off. It didn't last long. Wahid with another 3-second time penalty.
Unfortunate. If we had a drinking game every time you had to take a shot when Wahid gets a penalty, you'd be blasted by now.
Well, to be fair, it is mainly... Well, he's not normally like this. It is his new wheel, so, you know, they do take some getting used to. So I cut him a bit of slack.
Absolutely.
And it is on strict corner cutting for anyone that's watching and maybe wondering.
Not getting close to the back of Kunai. Wants his position back.
Revo's also gotten past Matzoid, and we've got a little bit of a battle going on here between second, third, and fourth.
That's just going to help Revo. The more they fight, the closer he gets.
He's only 2 seconds behind now and closing. We've also got a battle between Smitty and Nut and Kunai. Watch this one for the meantime.
McLarens are piling up on Kunai.
Lotus right on the gearbox of Major Pain. Revo with the new fastest lap of 1:14.3.
He's putting him away.
Close that gap by 0.8 that lap, and Smitty with the 3-second time penalty.
Nut and Smitty both very close to the back of Kunai.
See what Nut can do.
Kunai holding his own.
Nut having a look up the inside. Oh, and then Smitty from a long way back. But they maintain position.
I thought Nut was going to touch Kunai for sure then.
Big Al with a 3-second time penalty there. As Smitty getting a bit out of shape on the exit of that corner. Oh, the McLaren's
Smitty!
Smitty, he's off. He's off. Spinala. Oh, Smitty goes
Smitty
off where Sebastian Vettel went off not so long ago, which pretty much,
Damn.
as Wahid almost collects the back of Smitty there.
Smitty came out of that corner way quicker than Nut and has just had nowhere to go.
So this alleviates some pressure off Nut, and now he can kind of start to focus just on Kunai. Meanwhile, there's more people jumping into this. Revo has caught up to the back of this train near the front. Apollo keeping that gap at about 4 seconds. Lap 10 of 17. You can see the fuel light there is on for Revo, so he's under-fueled for a hard push through the whole race.
Geordie makes the move on Smitty. Coming through the second sector. Battling hard side by side. As Geordie takes the lead.
Geordie?
Takes the lead from Smitty. Sorry. That was brilliant.
I was like, what? What is this? But Revo having a look. He's got the inside line. And he gets that place from Potsy.
We could have a whole montage of Revo just overtaking cars at the hairpin. Oh. Geordie disconnects. No, actually, I think he might have had an incident.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. Oh, we've got a safety car.
Yeah, he lost his whole front wing. Don't know what happened there.
Oh, and Revo jumps Lotus. Because Revo's coming into the pits. Interesting decision there. He's going to lose a lot of places. It's lap 12 of 17. My past experience tells me not to question it. But it's lap 12 of 17. And the tyre deg isn't really that bad.
No, but Revo obviously, maybe he just wants a challenge.
Though we are getting a fair few people coming into the pits, but most of those guys are towards the back of the field, so they don't really have much to lose and a lot to gain. And I don't even know how long the safety car is going to be out. It might only be out this lap. I mean, we have seen that before, especially when the safety car comes out towards the end of the race.
Yeah, it's true. But I mean, in which case, Revo's move probably wasn't that bad because he'll catch up pretty quick. And he just has to make a few clean overtakes.
Revo's not hacking. He just spends a lot of time on the game, and he's just really good at it. And he's figured out how to drive these cars on the limit. That's why he got an entry into the wildcard entry into the esports draft that was meant to happen this year. Hopefully that gets rearranged to some other later date in the year, because it is over in London.
Hobbs is in the pits too.
So I'd probably say the safety car will come in at the end of this lap, perhaps.
I would hope so.
And Revo's down in 7th place. I mean, hey, we've seen him make up 9 positions in one corner, so, you know, why not?
I'm so glad I clipped that of him jumping 2 people in the pit lane. It's not a very long pit lane.
was just thinking, these cars are so nice to listen to in comparison to some others. Yes, safety car is coming in this lap. So Apollo now, his gap that he had all race has vanished. Revo is a lot closer, and he has a 3-second time penalty attached to his name. So he is going to have to get this restart done to a T, and he puts his foot down, and he has got away well, leaving Major behind to some degree, pulls out of the slipstream. Major doesn't follow him.
We've gone through turn 1 and Revo has not made up 9 positions.
Well, the roll and restart is a little bit different.
Yeah, good point. Revo's going to make a move on Ali into the hairpin. So late on the brakes. Gets it done.
So that's one place with 3 laps to go. He has a bit of a lock up there on the entry into the corner. Meanwhile, out front, Major has closed right up to Apollo and hasn't let him get away.
Revo and Big Al, the only 2 in the top 10 that have actually come in and changed their tyres. Everyone else on 14-lap old tyres.
As Revo sets a new fastest lap of 1:14.2, we will bring up the tyre information actually, so we can see, yeah. And then combined, Kunai, Hobbsy, and Geordie have all stopped. Down a couple of places and have a look at Revo again.
I'm riding on board with him. He's making up so much time in the braking zones.
Oh, did I just see a car going off? I did, Lotus.
Loses it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got to wait. No, he's got to wait.
He said that'll do. He's left the session.
Had enough of this.
So we'll go back up to Revo, who's 2 tenths behind Matsoid at the moment.
Revo getting a much better exit. Matsoid running wide.
Side by side. Revo trying to squeeze Matsoid as hard up to that outside line as he can. Meanwhile, Potsy right on the back of Major Payne. He's having a look up the inside. There's a bit of a lock-up. I think there's a little bit of contact, but they both get away with it.
Revo is pushing so hard on those fresh tyres. Smitty picks up another 3-second time penalty.
And there's Revo getting ready to pounce once again. He's already looking at the inside line, making them think about it.
Wow. Drew McLaren's battling for that podium.
Revo is forced to the what is now the inside, that will be the outside line, but he gets that place over Potsy, only just. Oh, he's pushing Potsy. Oh, the 3-1 into the hairpin, and there's a collision. There is a collision. And Potsy loses out. Big.
Yeah, that was not smart. He should not have been moving around in that braking zone the way he did.
Well, I mean, once you're in that braking zone, you're not really meant to move, and multiple drivers were moving. So, a bit messy there. A bit messy indeed.
It looks like Riva will take that third place podium.
Yes, he will. And am I seeing drops of rain?
You are, yeah, you are.
Coming right at the end of the race. Apollo taking the win just ahead of Revo in second place, followed by Ali, Matsoid, Potsy, Nut, Major, Combined, Big Al, and Kunai getting the final points. And then Smitty missing out in 11th, followed by Geordie, Hobbsy, Lotus, Wahid, and Disinformation.
Oh, what an intense race.
Yeah, that was action-packed.
I'm just watching that midfield now, and there's carbon fibre flying everywhere.
So that rain coming right at the right time, right at the end of the race. So I'm sure Jeff would have been in their ear. They would have been contemplating what do they do.
Good old Jeff, only providing the best advice.
So Pepsi lucky there to get that win. But he led all race.
We have all three car makes on the podium.
We do indeed. We do indeed. Who said Ferrari is the weaker car? Ferrari taking the win with Apollo, Pepsi behind the wheel, followed by Revo and Ali taking that final podium position. And as I read them out just before, there are all the timings. But yeah.
I'd like to point out, Ali is the only person that didn't get a penalty this race.
Really?
Yeah.
Props to you, Ali. Well done. Well done indeed.
Clean.
Well, that concludes all of our racing for tonight. I hope you've enjoyed it. I know I certainly have. We will be racing at Japan on Sunday night. 7:15 on Sunday, Melbourne time, followed by Tier 2 at 9 o'clock. I hope you'll be there to join us. If you haven't hit that follow button, please do so. It really helps us out. And yeah, we will see you on Sunday. I've been Bandcamp, and Psycho's been with me tonight.
See you guys.
See you, mate.